I am live. I'm a little bit higher this time. It is Wednesday night chit chat about all things weight loss. I'm going to log into my computer so I can have a little bit of light here so you can see me. I'm drinking tea by the fireplace. It is cold here in the Berg. What's up, man? It is cold. I think it's like 40. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to adjust myself. I'm going to have to come up here. I may borrow your footstool. But I am drinking tea. I'm not a huge tea drinker. I'm a little picky about the hot teas I do drink. But I think this is like the Twiggins. I think that's the name of it. Orange, it's like orange, spice, and cinnamon. It's really good. Oh, this might work, Tyler. I came up a little bit, oh, sugar. I came up a little bit higher. Just adjusting. Ooh, you can see all this. I'm in my living room. So I'm waiting for a few peeps to come on here to say hi, catch up, find out how everybody did during the holiday. You know, did you gain any weight, lose any weight, stay the same, maintain, eat your favorite treats, snacks, crunchy things. Hey, Erica, it's good to see you. I'm drinking some tea. I got the fireplace roaring in the background. What's the temperature at your in your state? Because it is cold here in the Berg. I'm not used to it. I don't do well in cold weather. But it's supposed to be cold until about Saturday, and I think then the temperature may go up a little bit. Let me see if I can look it up. Because here in Florida, especially in St. Petersburg, you know, it's usually warm or hot a lot of the time. Oh, Pennsylvania, 15 degrees. Oh my, and now I'm sitting here complaining about it being 42. I feel so bad. Weather channel. Let's see what it says. Weather channel. I'm kind of curious to know what the temperature is. I think tomorrow morning it's supposed to be maybe 23 degrees here, and that's pretty cold for us. I'm not used to that. I don't do well in. It's 47 degrees right now compared to your 15. So, hopefully you had a good Christmas. I'm just watching my dog. She's over there like sniffing, and I thought she was gonna throw up. I hope you had a good Christmas and a Happy New Year. And did you make it through? And I'll probably pose this question throughout the night. You know, did you make it through the holidays with minimal damage, no damage, or a lot of damage? You know, I did feel like garbage the majority of the time that I was eating. But it felt good in some instances, and some it didn't. You know, I didn't have to do what I did, but I did what I did. Because I ended up gaining like 8 pounds, you know, total of 8 pounds the last 2 weeks of December. So, you know, I'm back on track, and eating those vegetables again, it kind of got to me a little bit today. Maybe because I wasn't in the mood for them, but, you know, I eat them anyway. Because I did a little bit of food prep. Well, I did a lot of food prep. I think it was Sunday or Monday. I can't remember. And I overcooked some of my zucchini and squash and broccoli. So it doesn't have that, you know, al dente, you know, that I like. It is slightly mushy, but, you know, I will make myself eat it because that's how I roll. I don't want to waste anything. But I did find out that the local grocery store, which is Winn-Dixie around us, has this week will have Honeycrisp apples on sale for $1.99 a pound. And if you like apples, I highly, highly recommend those Honeycrisp apples. They are probably one of the best, sweetest, you know, apple I've ever had. Sweet Tango is pretty good. But you know what's funny is that the other grocery store, Publix, Those Sweet Tango, like a bag of apples that may have like 6 in them, they're going for like $6.99 or $7.99 a pound, and I can get them at Walmart most of the time for maybe $3.99, $4.99 a pound, and it's worth it to me. But Honeycrisp, Sweet Tango, and another one that I just discovered, which was on sale at Publix, was the Pink Ladies. Those are some really, really good apples that I've enjoyed. And I wasn't a huge apple eater. And maybe because I just stayed in the range of the red, the red delicious. And, but I ventured out a little bit and got away from those and found some other ones. But I've enjoyed, I could eat almost 2 apples a day. I can go through a 3 or 4 pound bag of apples in a week. But I've been craving bananas, and just for some reason I didn't pick up any at the grocery store. So I'll probably pick some of those up and probably go to the produce market and see what's going on there. And the produce market I usually go to, was sold, and another owner picked it up. And I've been there once since the new owner bought it, and I was like, I'm not sure if I like this. So, but this tea is super good, super good. I like an orange tea. It has a hint of spice in it. My favorite tea is really tea Havana. Hey Kelly, hi, so glad I finally caught you live. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Kelly. Feel free to share, talk, chat. How'd you find out about me, Kelly? I'm just kind of curious. Because I'm assuming that it may be from YouTube. That's the only thing I could think of. I did upload some videos this week. I am going to handle 2018 holiday a little bit different than I did this year. This is my first year, on YouTube during the holiday season. It's the first time I've gone through the holiday, on a weight loss journey. So, in my mind, I made a plan, and then, the more the food kept coming around, and I was good for a while. Yep, big YouTube watcher and fellow Weight Watchers. All right, cool. Well, Kelly, I am honored that you are here and that you want to spend some time with me. It means a lot to me that, that people want to come and hang out and just chit-chat, and I think over the course of 2018, this live chit-chat is going to grow. And, I love the foundational people that start out when there's not a lot of people. And I know some of you foundational people that, have been very supportive. And, what I learned of not loading videos or posting anything for the last 2 weeks of December is, in my mind, I just want to make a huge impact on the world. But really, the people that I've met along the way, they mean something, regardless if it's 4, if it's 10, I don't have a big subscriber base of, 10,000 subscribers. And that takes time to get there. But I'm happy with the people that I have come across on this journey. And I think there was a couple people that, got in touch with me, today or yesterday and said, we want to be there. The YouTube community has been a huge support in my weight loss journey. All right, Kelly, let me ask you this. I was pondering this question today. What do you look for in a YouTube channel? Is it the personality of the person? Is it the recipes? Is it the vlogging? Is it what I eat in a day? Or is it all of that all in one? I'm just kind of curious. Because there are YouTubers that I follow, sometimes I follow them pretty faithfully, and then I'll drop off for 2 or 3 weeks and I won't watch them. Sometimes I just burn myself out, but I think I watch them because of their personality. And I've watched some of these people do some videos. I'm like, oh my God, I can't, that's like 10 minutes of my life you can't get back. They're just taking the time to throw up a video. But, Tyler and I have done some vlogging, and it's a little intimidating because I sound like Ben Stein all the time. When I get in front of this camera, it's like almost shut down, and my personality is pretty, colorful, but I don't like to sound like Ben Stein. But what was the point of that? Oh, there's people who are on the Weight Watchers journey, and they vlog, every day what they do. They eat every day, and I'm like, I don't know if people really are you really interested in what I do every day. I do the same thing you do. I get up, I go to work, I come home, I cook, I do dishes, I run errands, I take the dog out, I clean up dog poop sometimes, I clean up dog puke sometimes. I have to take my son somewhere. I go to church on Sunday. I do the same normal things you guys do. So it makes me curious about what people are interested in. I think what I eat in a day, I think those are pretty good. I find out that I actually, probably eat pretty good, better than other people in their choices of food, because I try to always make sure that I have a protein and vegetable, for lunch and dinner, and I always try to make sure I eat my fruit first thing in the morning. But my weight, all in one, but especially the great food ideas, the everyday ones are not as interesting to me as the 2 or 3 times a week. So it sounds like you like what I eat in a day. But the thing is, to do what I eat in a day, I have to be a little creative to not show the same thing all the time, and sometimes I do. But sometimes I find that one favorite food that I'm like, okay, this is a snack. It's my favorite, and I kind of eat it all the time now. So, one thing I realized over the last 3-4 weeks, I went probably. Oh, cute puppy. Yeah, that's Jacada. She needs a haircut so bad. I guess because I'm talking, she wants to be right up in here, but she doesn't sit still. She's like holding a toddler, She's a little bit all over the place. But I realized that I can't eat yogurt, cheese, or any dairy products. I've never been lactose intolerant, but months and months ago, I went 2 weeks without eating yogurt, and when I went back to eating it, it did make me a little gassy. So, I kept eating the yogurt and it went away, but fast forward, 5 or 6 months, I went a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks without eating yogurt, and it was so bad. I was so gassy, it wasn't even worth trying to hold it in, and it made me very bloated, and I got really crampy, and I said, okay, I can't push myself to eat any more yogurt or cheese. So I am looking now for a non-dairy yogurt, and I did scan. I think it was Silk has a non-dairy, and I think there's another one, a coconut one, so delicious. And the ones I scanned are scanned at 7 or 8 points, so I wasn't too happy about that. So I may have to just check around at some different grocery stores and see what's going on. So we'll see what happens. This tea is so good. I think I splurged a little bit, and yeah, isn't that crazy? But I even went 3 or 4 weeks without eating any turkey pepperoni, and I bought some over the weekend. It is so salty that I can't eat it. And I'm just my system is doing such a shift that it looks like I'm going to be limited in what I could eat right now. Until I start exploring some different food ideas for myself. Because, I always knew turkey bacon was a little salty for my system, but now it's just you might as well put salt in your hand and go like this and eat it. That is how salty it is for me. And I'm salt sensitive anyway. It's not that I have high blood pressure. I just can't handle it very well. And I just think the foods nowadays are so processed, and your body just changes. So I'm in the midst of a huge change right now. So am now in the process. Oh, this is what I was going to tell you guys. 2 weeks prior to December, or 2 weeks prior to the week 3 and 4 of December, I was at 180.1 pounds, which was good for me. That's the lowest weight I've ever been. And when I finished up the last 2 weeks of December and the weight that I gained, I am now like at 188, like 0.0. And when I changed it on, the Weight Watchers app, it said I gained 7.9 pounds. I'm like, it's 8 pounds, No need to try to, 7.9 and 8, are basically the same number to me. So, I think what I'm going to try to do, on my channel is, I'm going to still continue to vlog. I'm going to probably introduce you to some friends of mine and try to get them to go vlog with me. We'll go plan an activity or something. We hang out, we'll vlog. And I just want to introduce you guys to some of my friends. And I'll still do some vlogging with Tyler because I think he likes that. Do you like vlogging with me? Yeah. Yeah. I asked him to drive, so since he has his driving permit, it's kind of like, okay, I'll go with you, Mom, because I get to drive. Is that in part? Yeah, okay. He's like, eh. But I think I want to introduce you guys to some of my friends, and I'll continue to do what I eat in a day, and then maybe do some recipes. I have to keep, my recipes very simple because I'm not that good of a cook. I cook because I have to. I like the results of it, but I get bored 7 minutes into it. Mm-hmm. I gained 6 pounds during my 2-week holiday festivities. That's not bad. It's really not. It's almost 3 pounds a week. So you you indulged, but didn't go crazy on it. Or if you did, your body, said, okay, we'll just give you 6 pounds. I did good. Like I said, I did good. And then all of a sudden, the donuts came in. At work, the donuts came in. The donuts came in. Then this came in. And I'm like... And then I just let my guard down. And I think if I would have just kept my guard up and said, okay, pick a day, either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, pick one of those days, or do Christmas Day and Christmas or New Year's Eve. Pick those 2 days to splurge and be done with it instead of picking, throughout the course of, 2 weeks. So I don't feel bad about myself. I've lost 42 pounds, so I know what to do. So I'm back on track. I think I talked about being on track Saturday, and I kind of flubbed that up, and I don't know. I didn't have much of an appetite Sunday, so I tracked very little, and there wasn't really nothing to track. And then Monday, I've been tracking ever since then. And I've been back to the gym because I haven't been there back in 2 weeks, and I was pleasantly surprised yesterday at the gym. I was expecting a voluminous amount of people to be there, and there wasn't. There was kind of the normal crowd, but I have been in that Planet Fitness where it has been jam-packed from I would get to the gym, let's say, by 5:15. Any time between 4:30 and 5:30, I'll be there. And I've been in that place where it's it was jam-packed. And what I've pondered on is from June until October were these really peak times where there was a lot of people there. And after, going into October, November, December, it kind of died back down. And I don't know if maybe Planet Fitness was running a special. I don't know, but I remember Monday through Thursday, there was a lot of people there, but I just walk around the gym like a boss, and I kind of I know my routine, so I can maneuver. And I sometimes I had to wait for equipment, sometimes I didn't, and maybe because I got there kind of before a lot of people started getting off work, I could get to what I needed to get to. But I was just pleasantly surprised of how many people were not there. That it was like a Friday after work. I have no regrets, but getting back on track has been a struggle. I am surprised that the gym isn't full. Kelly, I completely understand about the struggle. And let me tell you what I've had to do. Because, and I knew this was, when I have a vlog that's going to be uploaded Friday, and I talk about this. I love my sweets. And I love certain junk foods. I like some certain fast foods, and I just basically want to eat whatever I want. That's point blank what it boils down to. But because that makes me feel like garbage, and I have no discipline, I don't have much discipline and self-control, because I wouldn't, I ended up at 222.2 pounds. You just don't get there because you ate right. I talked about, because I have eaten whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, as much as I wanted, I suffered through feeling like garbage. I didn't have to, but that's a choice I made. I knew when the time came for me to clamp down, I would have to deal with my thoughts. And it's a thought that food is always running through, my brain, especially if I have sweets, in there, or I have chips that the Lay's baked chips are really good, and I buy those like when they're buy one get one free, and I'll take them for lunch or for a snack. I can hear those chips talking to me from my living room. They're like, "Come on, girl, just eat me," And I can sit and watch Scandal and get a Diet Coke and a bag of chips, and eat them. And sometimes probably about half the bag, and on a good day I can eat the whole bag and then not think anything about it. And then I feel like garbage the next day. But anyway, the whole point of what I'm trying to get to is this. When it comes to those times when you're getting back on track, this is what I do. I have to ignore myself. Even though that voice and those thoughts are right here, I'm like, no, I'm not listening to you. And I do have the fight within myself. And that is where you learn discipline and self-control. Is I don't have to give in to those thoughts. And it's not that I am not putting up a fight mentally here to go in there and eat whatever I want, or just take a bite or two, or do whatever. But part of discipline and self-control is being faithful to the goal, being faithful to the vision of the ideal body image that you have for yourself. It is being faithful to the self-esteem that that's going to come out because you made the right choice to tell yourself no today. I don't have a magical frou-frou, unicorn puppy dog answer. When it comes to discipline and self-control, you tell yourself no. And you tell yourself no, and you tell yourself no, and you fight it. And there's an old saying that says, whatever you feed lives, whatever you starve dies. And there will be a process you'll have to go through, because I'm going through it too. Because I had fish, I had tilapia and vegetables for dinner. And that I'm okay with that, and I have enjoyed that. But today, because I'm coming off 2 weeks of eating whatever, my taste buds are like, I don't want that. But I just lost my whole freaking train of thought. But be true to yourself, be true to your vision, and just go through the process. And you will have to take the thoughts, no, here's my vision, here's my goal, here's my dream. And you'll thank your future self as long as you say no. And, if you get, kind of testy and mean, don't do that. It's not worth it. It's only food. It's only your stomach. You will live another day, you know. But be faithful to yourself, and the future self will thank you for saying no today. Whatever you feed, live. Yeah, whatever starve dies. I don't know. I think I heard that from somebody, Angela. Angela is a friend of mine that I'm going to vlog with in the future. I'm currently sweating to death now from drinking this tea. But I'm sorry, you guys. I don't have, I don't have any pretty padded answers when it comes to, you know, disciplining yourself. It's making your thoughts submit to your future self, you know. And even people who are very disciplined and self-control, who are like into fitness, you know, I believe they still to some degree have those times where they have to fight within themselves to not go do what they, especially if they're training for competition and they have to cut and they have to get lean and they have to put themselves, you know, on a limited caloric intake every day. They get tired of that. But they choose to discipline themselves and push themselves to the maximum potential. And that discipline not only helps you in, you know, eating right, choosing to exercise, but that discipline then rolls over into, it floods into other areas of your life. That discipline and self-control does, that you can operate in the best version of yourself that you have. That's available to you. So, saying all that, I am also in a week of discipline and self-control. My taste buds, you know, currently don't like me. I'd much rather eat a cupcake and drink some tea. So, but you can do it. You have the strength within you to do it. Thank you. I know how good I feel when I stick to the plan. I have come this far in 11 months. Yeah, that is very true. It is worth every no. Especially, you know, with summer. You know, spring and summer is coming up, and there's nothing wrong with, you know, wanting to look hot during the spring and summertime. You know, because if I look back, you know, what I told myself at the beginning of the year, well, actually New Year's Day, is, I don't know who I said it to. I said, you know, I'm not cutting anybody down. I said, I'm so glad I'm not starting a weight loss journey January 1st, 2018. I'm so glad I decided June 4th, 2017 to do it. Because I see a lot of people like running, you know, people are starting to run up and down the road. You know, they're out walking. I see people that I've never seen, you know, out there doing the exercise thing. And I'm not being critical, but I'm like, I give you 30 days, you know, because, you know, we want results really quick. And what I've learned in this whole weight loss journey is that it took until I was down probably about 20 pounds before people started saying, are you losing weight? Maybe 25 pounds. But I have learned to be patient with myself through that process. Like, I gave myself a year to lose 70 pounds. You know, and I've made a decision, like, if I'm not at 70 pound loss by June of 2018, or this year, 2018, then if I have to move it to July, I'm moving it to July. But I have so far enjoyed this journey, and there are times when it's been very difficult, where I wanted to overeat, and I went and I didn't. And I just kept telling myself no. It's almost like I was fighting with inside myself about food, and I'm like, how stupid can this be? It's only food, Phyllis. Get over it. But I do like food. It's no different. It's like, you know, craving an addiction. Food can be an addiction, and food is comforting. And it does have a voice, and it does make you feel better. I don't care what anybody says. If you get your favorite yummies, and you're having a bad day, good day, in between day, and you eat those, it is good. It is good. But the emotional abuse that I was putting myself through on a regular basis of overeating, and then I'd look in the mirror, I'm like, you are not the best you can. I was emotionally abusing myself by choosing to stay overweight. And when I had enough, I had enough. I was done. And I made the decision, you're done. And I told myself a few things before I even got started. I took all my failures from my previous weight loss and missed several attempts to try to lose weight, and brought my failures into this. One, I told myself I was going to be patient with myself. I wasn't going to beat myself up over this. And what was the other one? Phone is, okay. I think maybe those are the two, if I could think very... okay, I don't know how my connection is, but I'm just going to keep talking. But one thing I've been faithful to is I have not beat myself up. Now, I can't say, hey, I like gaining 8 pounds. I have never thought of it like that way, but you're right. It is abuse. Oh, yes, it is. It's emotional abuse. Learning to live in peace with yourself has been the most challenging thing I've ever learned, because if chaos and inner dialogue is, it is disruptive and it keeps you in a state of never being good enough. I can do better, I've learned to accept myself just the way I am. That doesn't mean I'm not going to improve or try to be a better version of myself, but I've genuinely accepted myself the way that I am. And I'm okay with that. But part of this journey has taught me to be okay with me, and then as a result, I've learned to be okay with everybody else. What time is it? I've only been on here for a little bit. So I just accept myself where I'm at, and I just give myself permission to learn and grow and change. Woo! This tea's making me sweat. But I think I'm actually sitting on like a footstool. Normally I'm sitting on the ground and I'm talking and I'm looking up, but I know I'm looking at the side because I think my camera is over here, but I keep looking over here because the chat comes up, but I can see it's trying to buffer out, but my chat comes up over here. So I keep looking. So I'm currently on the hunt on DSW website for a pair of solid black gym shoes, because somebody gave me a $50 gift card to DSW, and I can find some black gym shoes, but I don't like them. So okay, you guys, well, that's gonna end. I will see you guys next week. Bye.